Bali is too far to not have a 36-hour stopover on the way. Dubai was fun, but fly with me to my dream destination on clearly the Beyonce of the sky, Emirates, for 9 hours from Dubai to Bali. I know y'all said I wasn't poor because I said I can fly to Dubai, but Dubai airport reminds me that I am in fact very poor. I was lucky to get a window seat both times, even though I had to beg for this one. And I was so far back, but I don't care. As long as I can control the window, I'm fine. Same deal with the amenity kit and the comfort items. Y'all, I did not know they collect them blankets back, wash them, and put them back on the seat. I thought they just had money like that to give every customer a brand new blanket. Anyway, boarding was literally 5 minutes from being done, and I realized I did not have anywhere to sleep the first night in Bali. I'll get to that later in my vlogs, but yeah, about 1 hour into the flight, they served you the first meal, which was breakfast. The breakfast on this flight was pretty good as well. And I fully intended on finishing the movie about Bali since I was on my way to Bali. But if y'all watch my last videos, y'all know that I was dead tired from using up every bit of that 36 hours I had on my stopover. I woke up for the second meal, which was pretty good as well. But I mostly slept that entire flight. And baby, 8-9 hours later, I was in my dream country, Indonesia. But don't forget, I was here homeless. Stay tuned. My first night in Bali consisted of me fighting for my life. Pure survival mode. I touched down in Bali with a problem, homelessness. But it's okay, because in my experience, hiccups in the beginning of a trip always make for a great rest of the trip. Getting through Indonesian customs is a breeze. Straight off the plane, if you didn't pre-purchase your visa, you can purchase one on arrival, and that was $33 US. Now, immigrations would have been a breeze as well if I didn't make the terrible decision to get in the wrong line with the agent that liked to talk. So yes, it took me an hour, but the people that was behind me in the visa line got out in 20 minutes. This is my driver, August. He will eventually become my right-hand man on my 6 days in Bali. But yeah, I touched down in Bali at 11 p.m. August 17th, not the 18th, which is what I had my villa booked for. By the time I left the airport, it was about 1 a.m., the 18th, which if you understand how hotels work, you understand how that was a problem. No sweat though. Before I took off from Dubai, I booked a cheap $27 a night villa on booking.com. Big mistake. My driver brought me there and the place was good as out of service. Cause these small family run places usually have one person working. So if you come after hours, you SOL. So it was 1 a.m. in Ubud, Bali, in the middle of their literal busiest month of the year. Bless my guy August's heart, cause he took me to 3 more hotels trying to find a room before we found one. And of course, on the 4th one, the most expensive one, they had a vacancy. Crazy thing about this whole ordeal, I met some people in the Black in Bali group and we had planned to go on an excursion at 5 a.m. that next morning. So I really just needed a place to sleep for 3 hours and hold my luggage while I was at my excursion. I ended up paying $120 at this hotel for that. But yeah, this was my first night, just few hours in Bali. So stay tuned for the rest. I promise it gets way better. If you're going to Bali, watch this to see what not to do on your first day. So definitely do not book a full day's excursion 6 hours after you land and having nowhere to sleep the first night. Like I said in my last video, I linked with some people from the Black in Bali group. We planned a tour to Nusa Penida together since we were all solo travelers. They were all so dope. The driver did pick us all up from our hotels and drove us to the dock. There he gave us instructions on how to get on the boat and who to look for once we get to Nusa Penida. The speedboat was about 45 minutes and when we got there, the guy for the tour was standing right there when we got off the boat. But y'all, I had to pee and it was another 30 to 45 minute ride to our first stop. So I had to pay 5,000 rupees to pee in this. Oh, please don't be pissed. Our first stop was at Broken Beach. We got there around 9 a.m. and it wasn't too many people. The guy showed us around and he took our pictures. And I have to admit, mine came out great, especially the videos, because look what I got in the background. And I know y'all gonna ask as this series progresses, who took the pics? Baby. The guys in Bali are master photographers and videographers. You're never going to have to worry about your content there. I will say I didn't like how he kept touching me when I was so close to the cliff. I know he meant well and just was trying to guide me to pose right, but I'm a jumpy person and I was just too close to the edge. Y'all know I recently kind of dealt with the problems with my knee and I just started working back out about a month before I got here. And I'm so happy I did. And this was the exact reason why. I knew Nusa Penida would be a lot of walking uphill and downhill and I was prepared, kinda. Because I was motherfucking tired. Our second stop was the viral place, Kalinking Beach. I hope I'm saying that right. And it's really an Instagram versus reality moment because this was my video. But yeah, this is how it looks once we got there, which was around 11 a.m. I will say we did not wait long for our pictures. Despite how this looks, our guide knew how to work his way through the crowd. We got our pics and dips because this was entirely too much. I said if I ever come back rested and with a better knee, I'll take the hike down because it does look like a cool thing to do. After the second stop, we were starving. The tour did include lunch, and I finally got my first Balinese meal. The funniest part of lunch was one of the girls was from Australia telling us about how American portion sizes and food are so large. And I ended up ordering 2 entrees for lunch because the one portion that they gave us just wasn't enough for me. I had the mee goreng and the nasi goreng, which was the first of many gorengs I would have this trip. After lunch, we stopped at Crystal Bay Beach, where we finally got to actually stop and chill and experience the beach. But not me though, because me forgot her swimsuit. Remember, this is what not to do. Bring a swimsuit everywhere. You never know. It was a really nice beach though. I saw some divers come out the water and everybody looked like they was just having a great time. On our way out, we wanted to wash the sand off our feet and shoes, and they charged me $5,000 for that, which is about 33 cents. I wasn't mad at them. Get your money. This was gang gang, y'all, and we headed back after that. After a very long first 18 hours in Indonesia, I was finally able to check into my villa. And y'all, I love this villa so much. Y'all don't understand. It was everything. This is the villa I was at in my first video I posted in Bali about me checking into my dream villa. Y'all don't understand. As a solo traveler, I could not have asked for a better place to stay. I was so happy they had room service because I did not have the energy to go out and search for food. And look what it was. More mee goreng. Y'all gonna see that a lot this series as I ate it every day I was there. Now, after watching this video, if you made it this far, you would think the day was over. Nah, baby, we on vacation and it was Friday. I took a 2-hour nap and made the long journey from Ubud to Canggu because it was a party. The reception manager lady saw me walking out around 10 p.m. She was like, "You sure you don't want to rest?" The party was hosted at the Playroom in Canggu from some people from the Black in Bali group. Y'all was telling me y'all scared of traveling alone because y'all don't want to be lonely. But baby, especially in Bali, it is not hard to find your people. I met up with another girl from the group and 2 of the girls from the Nusa Penida tour. And y'all, we was lit. Somebody invited us to their section, bought us some champagne, and we had a blast. I left at 2 a.m. because I was wiped and made my way back to Ubud. And that was my first day in Bali. You ever lived out a dream? Because that's what it felt like day 2 in Bali. My second day in Bali started off a little something like this. I ordered room service for breakfast. I said this on my Instagram, but I do not like really venturing out for breakfast on vacation. It throws off my day, so I usually eat what's there. Somebody asked me, was my glasses buff? I said, nah, baby, this Cartier from the local beauty supply store. I took a dip in the pool because why not? That's what I paid for, and I got ready for my day. And this is for all the who took the video people. It's 2023. I will say I only slept about 3 or 4 hours because I had major jet lag and my body was not staying asleep. Shit. Is that jet lag? Anyway, my driver picked me up and we were on our way to my first activity, which was the swing dress park. I did mine at Swing Heaven in Ubud, but I learned there are so many places that do this. So you really can just pick whichever. I chose the yellow dress, but I shouldn't have, because remember y'all, that yellow dress I bought from my Shein haul that I was going to wear for another activity. I will say that the swing dress park is very fun and it kind of reminds me of a content house. So you go to each station that you want to take pictures at. It's like 9 or 10 stations, maybe even more. But y'all, the people that work there and take the pictures are literal master photographers and cinematographers. Because look at this. They even know good edit presets for the perfect picture. The actual swing line is the longest, so they kind of guide you to do that one last. And if you ever wondered how they push you, yes, this is real. I told him don't push me like that. It wasn't scary, but it wasn't not scary, if that makes sense. And I didn't want to be all scared just to take a picture. If y'all want to see how the final pictures turned out, they on my Instagram. So go on Instagram and follow me and check them out. After the swing part, we went to the monkey forest. And y'all, why the first monkey I see attacked me? So the rules was not to look them in the eyes, but shit, I had on glasses, so I didn't think I was technically looking. I did get the famous monkey picture selfie. That's on my Instagram as well. Please don't ask me if the monkey took the picture. But child, Bali is a lot of walking. So my very honest take is if you don't like that, or you can't take bugs, just do not come. I was so hungry and I got lunch at the monkey forest. I know a lot of y'all was saying y'all can't wait for me to talk about the food. And if you're new here and don't know, a lot of my content is based around food. But y'all, I am not the biggest foodie on vacations. I'm not even gonna lie. I eat whatever nearest and convenient. The restaurant here served a basic Mediterranean menu. So I just got a chicken shawarma and a passion fruit mojito. If you know, you know. I'm gonna start appreciating free water in restaurants in Americas because yeah, it ain't nowhere else like that. Telling you I was jet lagged and only slept 7 to 8 hours over the past 2 days, you think I would go to my villa and try to rest. Nope. Me and one of the girls from the first day went to Finn's Beach Club. I told y'all, I'm on vacation, ain't no sleep. From the monkey forest, I told her I was headed that way and I see her in about an hour. It takes a little while to get places in Bali. But why that 1 hour drive turned in 2.5 hours? to the point I had to get out and walk the last half a mile. When they say the traffic in Bali is terrible, they ain't playing. But once I got to Fins, I actually don't have too many videos of this place because honestly, I didn't like it. The music was just downright terrible. And I thought maybe it's just not a place for a 30-year-old black woman. Nonetheless, we had some shots and some sushi, mingled because I'm single. But around 10, 11, my body did start to shut down from the lack of sleep, so I left. Ordered a Grab, which is their version of Uber. Long story short, I had to take a bootleg cab home. The bootleg driver charged me double. He sensed I needed him more than he needed me. He didn't kidnap me, and he was actually really nice. I got back safely, took a hot shower, and took a sleeping pill because I was getting some sleep, and that was my second day in Bali. Look at this. Now, you're probably wondering how I got here. Let's take it back to the beginning per usual. So this is my third day in Bali. I woke up rested because, y'all, I finally managed to get about 6.5 hours of sleep. I opted for the Indonesian breakfast, which happens to be more mee goreng. Like I said, the traditional American breakfast is supreme. Theirs was not. And can I just stop to say, I love these 2-3-piece suits I got from Shein. They was really giving I'm on vacation. The first activity of the day was, you guessed it, the elephant sanctuary. And I know they finna cut me up in the comments, so I'm gonna make it quick. My guy did have a reservation, which I'm not really sure why we needed it because I didn't pay till I got there. I paid for all three, which is the swim, the ride, and the bath. I paid for all three not knowing which is which. I did have to wait a bit to start my activities, but while you wait, you can feed the elephants. They have the free stuff there, but them elephants want the good stuff, and that's 50,000. Being a content creator, you think I know to always wipe your lens because my first video came out terrible because it was oils all on my camera. But again, like I said, the guys at these places are master cinematographers because this is my video after I cleanse my lens. My first activity was to swim, and y'all, I thought it was gonna be scary, but it wasn't. But I did almost fall off trying to be cool. My guy low-key missed the beat on most of these videos because he got mostly my backside and a bunch of pictures. But on the flip side, if you want to know how the pics came out, they're on my Instagram. Next was the ride, and yeah, honestly, I could have skipped this one. You don't have to pay for all these activities, by the way. I just didn't know what was going on, so I bought all three. And I was even gonna take my L for this one till my guy was like, you might as well, since you have to wait for the next one, which is the bath. So I just did it. By the time I got done with the ride, the elephants for the baths was on lunch break, so I still had to wait. But quick enough, I got in, and I will say this was pretty fun. The elephant seems to really enjoy the baths. I got gelato and I left. Now, I was still a little woozy from the night before because I had took a sleeping pills, and I was about to tell my driver to take me home. But before I knew it, we was at the coffee plantation. Now, the coffee plantation is a very common excursion when you're in Bali. But the thing is, y'all, I don't drink coffee. So he had asked me did I want to go, and I was just like, sure. And then we was like already there. I had no time to change my mind. I tried the poop coffee. Dunkin' Donuts. They call it the most expensive coffee. You have to pay for that. That's 50,000. They also offer a free tasting of over 20 coffees and teas. And even though I don't drink coffee, I sat there and tried all of them because when in Rome, I actually did end up liking the mango steam tea. So I got some of that to go. Y'all, on the way out, the lady asked me why I was 30 and not married. Lady, mind your business and give me my damn tea. And y'all, I swear this one not like them other vlogs because it was a party that night. But in the name of self-care, I skipped it. I took myself to dinner at a seafood restaurant that I found on TikTok. It seemed pretty nice. It was outside and it was on a lake. It was really a romantic restaurant, but I just sat there by myself because it was seafood. And when it's seafood, I don't need nobody else there. I ordered the specialty dish, which was some type of fish. I can't remember. Some shrimp and some scallops. But y'all, why she bring out these clams? And when I told her I ordered scallops and not clams, she gonna tell me, oh, those are scallops. I'm like, I can't believe you just played in my face like that. It was the end of the night and I really just didn't want to cause no more ruckus up in there. But I don't know why I just didn't send it back because I really don't like clams like that. Got some more gelato because gelato is life in Bali. And y'all, that was my day. There's no Instagram versus reality with this one. This is just as peaceful and serene as you see on your screen. Day 4 in Bali was a self-care day. I made sure I planned nothing for the morning except a floating breakfast. Once y'all realize floating breakfast is just the regular breakfast that they serve just on a floating tray, you'll realize how these other countries get off on the prices for this. But yeah, this was a very relaxing morning because it was the first day I really got to enjoy my pool. It was also my last day in this villa as I made the very, very, very stupid decision to split my time between 2 villas, which you'll see why later it was a bad mistake. I also had a massage book. She came straight to my room after the floating breakfast. Y'all, I felt so pampered this day. But okay, pantsuit. I promise you these pantsuits ate and did exactly what they were supposed to do for a trip to Bali in the late summer. I was so sad leaving this place, but I booked a floating breakfast and massage right before checkout, so I had to get the fuck on. My activity for today was at this nice and fancy hotel. I said this must be where the people with money stay at. I did the picnic on a boat, and I'm sure if this video has made it to your FYP, then you've seen this activity before. I will say that that this was the only activity that I had to pay for two, even though I was solo. But it was worth every penny. It was such a nice and relaxing experience. I got to see the koi fish up close and be able to feed them, and everything was just so pretty and tranquil. I just felt like I was in Bali or something. Somebody said that someone referred to this fish as goldfish, and no lie, if I did not book this experience, I would have just assumed that they were giant goldfish as well. Okay, but shout out to my guide for getting some fire videos. I had to tell him after the elephants, like, baby, I'm a video content creator. Prioritize them videos and not the pictures. And okay, y'all, why the guy on the boat tell me I could put my hand down and feed the fish and it's supposed to be relaxing? Now, they ain't got no teeth, but one gripped my finger kind of tight and it ain't feel real relaxing. If y'all want to see how the pictures turned out, we like 10 videos in, you know what to do. Even though I was there just for the activity, they let me explore the grounds of the resort, and yeah, this is nice. I do think it's the type of fancy that's so fancy that it's not fun, at least for me. But speaking of that, I would have took that over my new villa that I checked into. Yes, I'm calling out names and everything. Demetra Villas. It was awful. It was literally next to a rooster farm. Not one rooster, not two roosters, a whole ass farm of roosters. I was pissed. It really ruined what would have been a perfect relaxing day in Bali. The only reason I was able to get some sleep was because I was still jet lagged and exhausted from the first 2 nights. I ended up falling asleep around 6 o'clock, but the roosters were still roosting at 3 a.m. I was on Airbnb immediately booking another room. I told my driver to pick me up first thing in the morning because I was not about to stay here the rest of my trip and listen to them roosters all day. But yeah, y'all, Demetra Villas, unless you like the sound of roosters 24/7, do not stay here. I said they might as well take that whole villa off Airbnb the way my review finna be, because nobody gonna be booking it. But yeah, y'all, that was day 4. Y'all, this villa in Bali had me messed up. I'm getting mad all over again making this video. I was not gonna let them roosters mess up my trip. Okay, they did a little bit, but yeah, I booked another villa and I was gone by 8:30 a.m. that morning. I booked a villa that had only like 7 reviews, but it was 5 stars and it said quiet, and I'm gonna get to that later. My driver had his partner fill in that day, and on our way to the new villa, we got lost, so we asked the guy that was coming our way to help us find it, and it turned out he was the owner. I booked it so late, he didn't even realize he had a new booking, so obviously I couldn't check in, but we did have breakfast at his restaurant. I was so happy because his American breakfast was good. I will say that they put Italian seasoning on the bacon, and that's still confusing to me. But yeah, I decompressed at breakfast because I was so irritated and overstimulated from the night before, went to sleep for dinner. But my activity for the day was the waterfalls, and yeah, as I travel, I'm learning what I like and I don't like. I think I'm gonna cross waterfalls off my list, cause yeah. But let's give it up for these Balinese cinematographers. I guess they so used to tourists that they know all the angles and poses for women. But yeah, this is cute, but in reality, it was actually very uncute with all the water getting in my eyes. The videos and pictures came out really good, and if you want to see the magic that they captured, you know what to do. I waited in line a good 45 minutes for this, but what's so funny is the guys in front of me did not have the guys take their pictures. And y'all, I promise people pick up the same Apple device that they have in their hands 6 to 8 hours a day. Open that camera app, they brain fall out their ears, because I watched both of them guys take terrible pictures of each other. I just know I lost some weight with all the walking I did, because every activity I had to do was walking up a flight of stairs or up some steep hills. I was supposed to go down by the bay, but yeah, I was getting tired after the first activity, so I opted for a closer activity, which led me to the rice plantation. They had the swing here, and honestly, I think this is the actual viral swing, or like the originator or something. This was also a lot of walking, so I only halfway did it, because at this point, I was walking for like 4 days straight, and I'm tired. I had lunch at the rice farm. I had the fried duck, because I wanted to get as much Balinese food in as possible, and y'all, I just do not like duck, and I'm done pretending like it can be good when it's just not. We can really let them live and take the roosters instead. I got back and I checked into my new villa, and I know y'all was asking me, was I scared to be alone? And I realized this was the place I should have been scared at, because this place was just in the jungle and it was just a villa, not like a hotel like the previous 2 was. But shit, I was so tired I forgot to be scared. I ventured out into the main poppin' Ubud area because I was craving bread carbs and I wanted pizza. I ordered a Grab, and my driver flirted with me the whole way. If I was timid, I probably would have been scared, but it was funny more than anything because he said he'd been working all day and made equivalent to $20 US, but he asked me, did I want a Balinese man? I told my guide August the next day, and boy, we had a laugh. I found this pizza place on Google because TikTok not the most helpful when it comes to finding restaurants in Bali. But yeah, I had a lemon drop and American pizza, which is pizza with pepperoni on it. I felt in heaven because that pizza and lemon drop was so good. And I actually walked around a bit because it seemed like I had found the strip. Y'all know all vacation cities have a strip. But yeah, then I went home because I was tired, and that was day 5. Ain't this what y'all been waiting for? Yes, baby, I did it all. And I know it sounds like I've been complaining, but I had a great time overall in Bali. I just been telling it like it is, and I'm gonna continue to do so. Let's get it. Day 6 was my last full day. Outside bathrooms are cute for one day, not even a night, just a day. Cause it's not cute having to tinkle outside at 3 a.m. I had to go back to the villa with the roosters because when I checked in, I made another stupid decision to prepay for my flower pool. This was before I knew about the roosters. Y'all, the villa did my flower pool. The villa did my flower pool. And one more time, because y'all act like y'all don't watch the video in the comments. The villa and the villa employees did the flower pool. I paid them directly when I checked in. And one more thing, do not ask me who did my flower pool.
Don't ask me nothing.
I had breakfast and got on live while they did it. So if you was on that live, hey, it took them a little less than 3 hours for them to finish. They started a little bit after 8 and was done by 11. So yeah, this was the finished product. And yeah, some mistakes might have been made. My guide said I should have had it turned around, like basically my name on the other side of the pool. So when I come out, I'd be at the bottom. But yeah, I ain't listen. I just wanted to stand at the top of my name. Like y'all see me on top of the shiniki. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I would have had it the other way around. I also hired a drone pilot and they were some scammers, y'all. But here's some footage from their cameras. As you can see, there were a lot of leaves covering my words, which is okay. Mistakes were made on my part for booking this place and the direction of the letters. But I just want to know, as a photographer who literally does this for a living, why wouldn't he say that? Like that one leaf could have been easily moved. Not damaged, because I understand its nature, but I promise we was not going to hurt that one leaf by moving it out the way so it wouldn't block the words. And the reason I called them scammers, because they gave me one price based off a battery of the drone. Then when it was time to give you my pictures, they said they used 2. I'm like, I cannot believe y'all got down on me like this. And if I knew the video was going to be blocked by a leaf, I would have told them where they can kiss it. But they got their little money, and I respected the scam. They asked me, was I ready to jump in after we took all our videos? And I know y'all just seen me 40 feet below in a 200-foot pool a week ago. But I was not jumping in no pool. I'm scared of water getting up my nose. But I did walk in very carefully and come out from under. And yeah, this was the video of that. So yeah, 3 hours to set up, 3 minutes to mess up. But wait, y'all, let me tell you why my guide is literally the best. He like, hey, you want to do a flower bath? I'm like, sure. Y'all, this villa was really nice. I never said it wasn't. It was purely the roosters messing up their motion. It had the perfect setup for a flower pool. So he took the flowers from the pool and made me a flower bath. And I got some content with that. It was very pretty and relaxing. The bathtub that they had there was really big. So it made for a nice flower bath. So I did get sort of a 2-for-1 with the flowers, which made me happy. I realized later that flower baths is where you show your ass, and I forgot all the still images are on that other app. TikTok, do your thing. I couldn't wait to get up out of there because even though I was just there for the flower pool, that took 3 hours plus another hour for the bath. That's 4 hours I had to sit there and listen to them roosters. I got some sushi from this place because I wanted something light because I had a little date with somebody I met on the first day. Y'all, I love how smoothies and fresh pressed juices are a part of most of the menus in Bali, even if it's just 1 or 2 options. America, take note. I got 2 rolls. One was really good and one was really bad. And I wish I went out to the Black and Bali mixer then my date like I was supposed to, but I fell asleep at 6 p.m. and I woke up at 2 a.m. and that was my last full day in Bali. A little bit of sad that I didn't go out with a bang, but yeah.